Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story. Knowledge is power. Class is in session. Hour 106.
Make every day special. Own it. Enjoy it. Bask in the glory of life. Appreciate the gift of your own life.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have
Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you.
We should be able to use our beaches. We are a beach community. We are.
Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career. However humble, it is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond the wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself.
You are a
child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life. Keep peace with your soul, with all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams. It is still a beautiful world. Be careful. Strive to be happy.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe, no less than in the trees and the stars. You have a right to begin. You are a child of the universe. No less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to begin. You are a child.
The International Decade of Healthy Aging continues. The International Decade of Ecosystem Restoration, also in train, and the International Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development. It's also the Decade of Action for Road Safety and the UN International Decade of Indigenous Languages. It's the fourth day of the 10th month of 2023, the International Year of Millets, cereals grown in warm countries and regions with poor soils, bearing a large crop of small seeds, which are chiefly used to make flour. 2023 is also the International Year of Dialogue as a guarantee of peace. Put another way, it's the fourth day of the fifth month of the 2023 North Atlantic hurricane season, and the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida, is issuing advisories on Tropical Storm Philippe, located a couple hundred miles northwest of the British Virgin Islands the last time we checked. Tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 7 days. Closer to home, there's a trough across the Western Caribbean. The trough is expected to linger across the region into the weekend. The forecast for the rest of this afternoon into evening, periods of thunder showers across most parishes, and especially northern parishes. Tonight, partly cloudy with lingering isolated showers. I beg your pardon, lingering isolated thunderstorms. The month of October is being celebrated as Jamaica Red Cross Month, Lupus Awareness Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Oral Health Month, National Heritage Month, Correctional Services Month, Cybersecurity Month, and Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Usually around this time as well, we observe National Customer Service Week, Jamaican German Week, and Chartered Accountants Week activities. It's Independence Day in Lesotho, Peace Day in Mozambique, St. Petronius Day in Italy, and National Cinnamon Bun Day in Sweden. It's World Animal Day and World Habitat Day. Hoy es miércoles el 4 de octubre 2023 y les saludamos en cualquier parte del mundo que nos están escuchando en este momento. Estamos muy agradecidos por el don de la vida y el privilegio de servirles en otra edición de su programa Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia. Nunca vamos a tomar su audiencia por sentado, porque sabemos que ustedes tienen otras opciones, y esta es la razón por la cual jamás olvidamos darle las gracias por elegir Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia, de lunes a viernes desde las 2 hasta las 5 de la tarde, aquí en Power 106 FM. La misión continúa para educar, capacitar, iluminar y estimular el espíritu empresarial. Bienvenidos. C'est mercredi le 4 octobre 2023 et nous vous saluons tous qui nous écoutez où que vous soyez dans le monde. Nous sommes reconnaissants du don de la vie ainsi que du privilège d'être à votre service par une nouvelle édition de votre programme Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre. Nous ne considérons pas votre fidélité comme l'un de soi parce que nous savons que vous avez l'embarras du choix. C'est pourquoi nous n'oublions jamais de vous remercier de choisir d'écouter Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre, du lundi au vendredi de 10h à 5h de l'après-midi sur notre antenne Power 106 FM. Nous continuons notre mission d'éduquer, d'habiliter, d'éclairer et d'encourager l'esprit d'entreprise. Bienvenue.
As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:15. J&N Logistics and Marine Services, a custom broken freight forwarding company, local agents for Transcon USA and Freight Plus Worldwide Canada. They offer customs clearance for returning residents, students, clearance on shipment for individuals, businesses, and companies, vehicle sourcing and dealership service, transportation and haulage and export services, with custom consulting extended to all sectors. Call 876-937-7928 or 876-677-4049. We are back. Tune into Power 106 for Season 3 of Gen Z. Whether you need a dose of humor, advice, or inspiration, we have you covered. You get to hear from our amazing guests, join in on the chats, and learn with us along the way. That's Season 3 of Gen Z.
Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you. My dark universe is unfolding as it should.
Enjoy your achievement.
It is Wednesday, the 4th of October, 2023, and we greet you well, wherever in the world you are listening to us right now. We remain eternally grateful for the gift of life and the privilege to serve you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story. We don't ever take your listenership for granted because we know you have choices. And that's why we never ever forget to remember to say thanks for choosing to listen to Both Sides of the Story, Monday to Friday, 2 to 5, right here on Power 106 FM. The mission continues to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. Welcome.
Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. Whether or not it is clear, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive Him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life. Keep peace with your soul, with all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams. It is still a beautiful world. Be careful. Strive to be happy.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and stars. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story. Poro 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, taking your calls on 106.1, 106.3, 106.5, 106.7, and 106.9. From Morant Point to Negril Point, from the Goat Islands to Galena Point. This is Power 106 FM, serving Jamaica and the diaspora. Hello to those tuned in via the Power 106 FM app, which you have downloaded from the App Store or the Google Play Store, depending on the nature of your device. Downloading is free, listening is free, whenever, wherever. We acknowledge those who have dialed a number to listen to Power 106 FM from the United States and the United Kingdom. Those in the US who wish to dial a number to listen to both sides of the story can call 631-359-8281. 631-359-8281. If you're in the United Kingdom and you wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM, your number is 0330-606-0953, 0330-606-0953. And so we're taking your calls on 876-922-4112-5. Good afternoon and happy Wednesday. Who is this? Happy Wednesday message coming from Sean, saying happy Wednesday to you. Okay, well, happy Wednesday. Well, apparently, no, that wasn't from Sean, actually. But Sean is actually trying to call through right now. That's what is happening. Let's see. Yes, that's what was happening just now. Good afternoon, Brother Junior. Thank you very much for listening. We have received your message. This one says, good morning, Dervan. I know all is well and you're back in the island. Oh, this is a request. Thank you. An off-air request. Yes, we'll do our best. Thank you. Good afternoon to Iris Terry Salmon of Yard Empire for her work behind the scenes. She does a lot of work, especially with the young people. Well done, Iris Terry Salmon. And let's see who else is on the line or messaging us. Something is happening here. Good day. You're invited to join us for the J. Hub case review presented by the Spanish Town Hospital, October 4, 2023. That was this morning, wasn't it? Today is the 4th. Sorry we missed that. It was a Zoom meeting. And thanks for sharing that bit of information. Dr. Trevor Dixon of Jaja Foundation, Jamaicans Abroad Helping Jamaicans at Home. Hello to Leo Gilling, who is always in touch with Jamaica. So too Neil Curtis, and in particular when it comes to Farm Up Jamaica. So we have quite a bit of ground covering here in terms of the messages. Tony Kelly seems to be sharing a story out of the UK. And this one says, oh, let's make a note of this one, where we have a lot of messages, and some of them for on air and the others off air, because we're being bombarded with quite a number of requests, and seeing what we can do on the spot as opposed to, and also otherwise. So let's see. So let's do this. And let's make sure we do this as well. I think we got it now. Thank you very much for that message, Oriel. And we'll follow up. So keep those messages coming in. Brother Junior, yes, we did share the information. I'm sure you heard it. And Brother Junior says, Brother Dervan, greetings. I'm wary of the fact that only primary source of information is accepted in law. Secondary source is otherwise called hearsay. So if for verification, Dexter Gordon's information is otherwise than those above, blessings. So this one dated October 3, 2023. Dear Mr. Dubidad, thanks for being the bearer of good news. I'm honored to accept this award, and I'm particularly moved by the fact that my people from Old Harbor Bay took the initiative to put my name forward, and that it has resulted in this delightful outcome. Please extend my grateful thanks to the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation and the Joint Civic Affairs Committee for accepting the nomination and for selecting me for this award. In this selection, you have honored my family and my community. Mine has been the special privilege to be named as the recipient of this honor. I will let you know ahead of the event on October 16 whether I will be able to join you in person to receive the award or designate someone to receive it on my behalf. Again, thanks for this honor. With gratitude, Dexter B. Gordon. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Congratulations to those who will be recognized. Let's continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, and taking your calls on 876-922-4112-5, 876-922-4112-5. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, but you can call us on WhatsApp as well. That number is 876-365-3346, 876-365-3346. Here's a well-known part of Jamaican history, especially as it relates to our first national hero, the Right Excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey. It was on this day in 1937 that there was a report in the Daily Gleaner stating that just before leaving London as a first-class passenger on board a luxurious Canadian Pacific liner for Toronto, Canada, Marcus Garvey, the President General of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, issued an appeal to Negroes of the world to subscribe US $5 million to help him launch a 5-year plan to Redeem Africa. It's a new program to save the Black race, and individuals would be asked to pledge sums of $5 to $5,000 to be paid directly to him in monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annual installments. That's a bit of the history there as it relates to Jamaica's first national hero, the Right Excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Here's another reminder of the season we're in. On this day in 1812, a hurricane hit Jamaica. On this day in 1812. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now 2:30.
Dr. Jackie Campbell is on call Wednesday evenings at 8 with Powering Your Health. Join us this Wednesday, October 4. In Healthy Conversations with Dr. Jackie, we'll discuss the effects of cannabis on children. We'll also continue our discussion on forgiveness and how to let go of grudges, as well as explore the basics of cholesterol. You're invited to call in with your health questions and concerns on 876-922-41125. You can also send a text or WhatsApp message to 876-279-8598. That's Powering Your Health, this Wednesday, October 4 at 8 p.m., only on Power 106 FM.
Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child of the universe. No less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here.
Couple of other stories that tell quite a bit of story, in a sense, because, for example, this story from 1933, in a letter to the editor of the Daily Gleaner, A.J. Clark of Lacovia in St. Elizabeth reported that the practice of employing cheap child labor on sugar estates in the parish is reducing attendance at schools by 50%. That's A.J. Clark of Lacovia in St. Elizabeth in a letter to the editor of the Daily Gleaner, reporting that the practice of employing cheap child labor on sugar estates in the parish was reducing attendance at schools by 50%. And an indication here too of the indiscipline in the society. If we were to go back to 1944, universal adult suffrage, 1944, the J.A.G. Smith political party called on the Director of Education to circularize elementary school headmasters to instruct school children to conduct themselves in an orderly manner at political meetings, to refrain from disturbing speakers, and to cease using slingshots to drop stones among persons assembled at these meetings. It always is quite instructive to reflect on these happenings across the Jamaican landscape and across the years. They do tell a story. 1948 classes for the very first time of the very first term of the University College of the West Indies started at 8 a.m. in temporary quarters formerly occupied by the evacuees from Gibraltar in Europe during the last World War, more recently as an army barracks. The first year's life of the new college was being devoted to pre-medical studies for 33 undergraduates who had been registered as the foundation students. 1953, Ken Hill, a former vice president of the People's National Party, PNP, was unanimously elected the first president of the National Labour Party at its first annual conference at the Ward Theatre in Kingston. His brother Frank was elected general secretary. Other officers elected were Roy Woodham, first vice president, Francis Fullwood of Worthy Park, St. Catharines, second vice president, and Osmond Dice, third vice president. Also elected were Arthur Henry, assistant general secretary, and Miss O. Wright, treasurer. Among those elected to the governing body were Frank Gordon and V. Bancroft Edwards. We remember Frank Gordon, actually. We interviewed him a few times. And he was a good friend of Tony Lang as well. A motion to change the party's name to the Jamaica Socialist Labour Party was defeated. This new party was born out of a split in the People's National Party in 1952. And Alumina Partners Limited in 1953 announced that the company's alumina plant at Shooters Hill in Manchester was named Kirkvine Works in honor of Edward Kirk Davis, the first president of Was this a typo? Alumina. Is Alumina, first president of Alumina, Jamaica's parent company in Canada, Aluminium Limited. The Fire Committee of the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation appointed Leslie Spalding as Fire Chief of the KSAC Fire Brigade. Spalding had been acting as Fire Chief during the leave of absence of the incumbent English Captain F. Reed, which ended on October 31st. Spalding's appointment was being sent to the governor for formal ratification. When he would become the first Black Jamaican to hold that post. That was 1955. 1958, three men, George Dougal, the owner of Jaguar motor car, Errol Chin, owner and driver of a Morris van, and Chin's passenger, George Blair, spent the night huddled, wet and shivering in a cave high on the bank overlooking the road through the Bogwalk Gorge in St. Catherine. The three men had to abandon the vehicles when they found it impossible to pass through the water of the Rio Cobre. Director Richmond Landover Limited and acting chairman of the Sugar Manufacturers Association. Chin was a salesman and Blair his handyman. Jamaica had been experiencing flood rains, and the Rio Cobre, as other rivers, were in spate. The Maypen Business Association sent a letter of protest to the Ministry of Education on this day in 1961 about its decision to award a contract to construct the new buildings at Glenmuir High School in Maypen, Clarendon. They pointed out that the original buildings were done by contractors and workmen of the town and considered it an insult to their ability that they were not even invited to tender. See how long we've been fighting over contracts. Hugh Shearer is named to make Jamaica's first major policy address before the United Nations General Assembly. It happened on this day in 1962. Roy Lindo, industrialist and planter, died in a New York hospital at age 52. He was a former member of the old Legislative Council and the House of Representatives. He was the owner of large banana and coconut properties in St. Mary and was once the managing director of J. Ray and Nephew. And I think we're going to leave it there for now. Let's. What time is it? All right, let's just get in one more, and then we come to your calls. 1974, Southwest St. Andrew Member of Parliament and second Deputy Leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, Wilton Hill, declared his candidacy for the post of leader, which would become vacant on November 23 when Hugh Shearer steps down from office. Another expected candidate, Edward Siaga, said he was in the process of giving the whole matter the proper consideration it deserves, but he had not yet come to a decision. Let's go with some more of your feedback now on your program, both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. Whatever is on your mind, please feel free to share. The numbers 876-922-4112-5, 876-922-4112-5. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, but you can call us on WhatsApp as well. 876-922-4112-5. Good afternoon to Junior Jabari. He says, good afternoon, Dervan and everyone. I haven't graced the Facebook platform in a while, but I've been listening even when Jesse filled in. He's quite competent. Outstanding program as usual, says Junior Jabari. Norman Hines in St. Thomas is hitting us up on Facebook as well. Welcome, Norman Hines. And Inez Ayona Campbell says, a pleasant Wednesday, everyone. Same to you, Inez Ayona Campbell. Let's go to the phone lines, 876-922-4112-5. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. You know, you got the mountain down at the class, rain and fall, you know?
Is it raining heavily?
No, not heavily, but just nice rain for farmers.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, man. The farmers, them there all over the place out now planting up things, you know? Planting time, man.
That's right. So rain or no rain,
Yeah,
we still have to plant.
The thing when we really want to work for, you know? All the farm road up in a slum studio, you can imagine the rain a falling and no drain open, no culvert open, you know. The road get extra bad, you know.
Well, we should have learned something by now, because we've been experiencing the same rainy weather and the impact has remained the same in terms of the impact on the road surface. The question is, how scientific, meticulous, and design-oriented have we been in seeking to solve these problems once and for all, as opposed to throwing away money year after year after year on the same problems?
And the next thing, Mr. Malcolm, the coffee business, you know, man, it doesn't work, the coffee business, that. For 8 years, we don't get a raise, because we there $12,000, we $12, $13, $14,000, 2015, 14, 15, 16, you know. And since Mr. Samuda take over, even Mr. Leachin, it dropped down to $3,000. The last crop we had 10,000, then started at $7,000 or $6,000. Mr. Charles make it go up to $10,000. This year again, then started at $8,000. With the type expense in the coffee farmers now to face. I don't know why them angry we as coffee farmers saying like them want to turn it back over into slavery.
Well, you're doing the right thing, which is to keep up the advocacy, and it does help when you get together as a group of individuals who share similar interests. that you make your voices as loud as possible, not just the literal voice, the sound of the voice going out, but in terms of publications as well, the newspapers, etc. Get
The
they
new
to
Jazz president, Mr. Fulton, I don't know what happened to him and the rest of the people, But even from Kobe, we don't have a general agriculture meeting where we could have meet the Prime Minister and the Minister of Agriculture and chat and talk and hear with things, The coffee board don't call a meeting. So we, the grassroots people, call it like a group amongst them would all call them like the gang of them, a gang of them who buy the coffee meat and them do what them want to do. But the biggest problem is since Mr. Leachin buy out the Mavis Bank factory and the Wallingford factory. We take say me have money, but I better we the farmers, he take the money from the development bank and buy it out when Mr. Leachin come in. Like,
hold a moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:45.
Chad and distributors are the island-wide distributors of the popular Maxxis tires, plus Sumitomo, Falcon, and Solideal. For batteries, Mayatsu, AC Delco, and for lubricants, it's Petro Canada. Visit us at 87 to 91 First Street, Newport West. Telephone 901-6612 or 383-4363. Chad and Distributors Limited, your place to retire.
Advertise in the Children's Zone, the publication that makes learning fun and impactful. With over 1 million readers monthly, the Children's Zone brings you unparalleled reach. Contact your Gleaner sales representative or call 876-932-6020 and ask about the special advertising packages now available for a limited time only. Access untapped opportunities in the Children's Zone.
They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it's clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should.
Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career. However humble, it is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love. For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself.
You are a child.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, taking your calls on 876-922-4112 to 5, 876 922-411-225. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, but you can call us on WhatsApp as well. That number is 876-365-3346. And the Gleaner today on its front page publishes the subject of the oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to Michael to complete what he was saying earlier on. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Mr. Malcolm. You see the system, man. The system cannot run without money. When we see Mr. Leach income, we check say income with money to spend it. Even in a last month when the farmers them over Portland, in that year, them a complain, say them carry the caffeine, they want no money to play. We check say income with the money, man. The next thing where him and Mr. Shaw do, they shut down the Mavis Bank, PC Bank, where they help the farmers them. So now money in the region, up in the Mavis Bank here again, to help the PC Bank. Mr. Seth, see, I got set it up in the 80s and it run till Mr. Shaw, Mr. Sam, Mr. Shaw, Mr. Chin set it down, man. Have a good day, man. Work on it, man. Thanks, sir.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you for the call. And there have been many calls from Michael and others on this subject. Doesn't mean you should give up. Just keep going at it. Keeping the word out there, very important. And so there are quite a few stories on political matters. There's this awful tragedy as well, which is covered in today's Gleaner. Twin tragedy. Desperate rescue efforts fail to save 2-month-old after house collapses. And on the political front, JLP's Lawrence confident he can outmuscle PNP's Campbell in Westmoreland Eastern. And there's a poll showing that few voters actually like party leaders. Few voters like party leaders. That's one of the stories in today's Gleaner as well. And OPM mum on status of wholeness's statutory declaration. There's radio silence, the story says, from Jamaica House about whether Prime Minister Andrew Holness's 2022 statutory declaration has been certified amid indications from opposition leader Mark Golding that he has certification from the Integrity Commission, IC. Gleaner questions emailed to the Office of the Prime Minister, OPM, and copied to Holness on Tuesday morning were not answered up to press time last night. The OPM was asked to confirm whether the Prime Minister's statutory declarations for 2022 and 2021 were certified and whether he had received notifications from the Integrity Commission about the status of the declarations. Very important. As we always say on this program, there is only one way to lead, and that is by example. Only one way to lead, by example. And another story of interest, Malahoo Fort, government to state CCJ stance soon. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is expected to declare in short order his administration's position on whether Jamaica should accede to the appellate jurisdiction of the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ. Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, Marlene Malahoo Fort, told members of the Lower House on Tuesday that the Holness administration is paying close attention to the poll results on Jamaica's preference for the CCJ over the United Kingdom-based Privy Council. An RGR Gleaner Communications Group commissioned Don Anderson poll revealed last Friday that 58.9% of Jamaicans are of the view that Jamaica should do away with the United Kingdom Privy Council in favor of the CCJ. Trade and implementing the UN Sustainable Development Goals, also featured in today's Gleaner. And we'll pause there for a moment and go to a call on our text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. One of our regular callers these days. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon.
Not hearing you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hearing you now.
Yeah, I'm using a high-tech device with microphone and earphones, so sometimes it is not plugged in the right way, you know.
Yeah, but you seem to have solved that problem.
Yeah. So Dervan, I was here speaking about the Prime Minister not doing the thing that he should have done, and we would regard that as indiscipline.
Yes, you're free to draw your conclusion along those lines. Yes.
But we're not going to stay on that. You know, it just tells us that, as you say, the best way to lead is to lead by example, and do not lead by bragging about wearing a Clarks, because you have seen where the adoration of Clarks and have gone into the schools, and what it have eventually done to the children of our nation. What you have to say about that?
Well, for what it's worth, it's not a Clark's. The person wasn't wearing a Clark's, for what it's worth, but that's neither here nor there. The problem is not being able to settle differences. If someone mistakenly steps on your shoe, on your foot, or wherever else they mistakenly tread or regrettably tread, it doesn't mean you're going to take the life of that individual or otherwise harm that individual. That's not how civilized people are supposed to behave.
Dervan, speaking now as a graduate from one of the best schools in Jamaica, and situated at Red Hills Road, I must tell you that while I was attending that school, I was blessed to be in the same classroom with gentlemen and leaders like Mr. Richard Pandui, and I can name out plenty more. And going to school at that time, we were a set of children who were very expensive school shoes, but the school always set a standard for us to wear brown shoes at school, brown shoes. And Dervan, can I tell you that while I was going to that school, my shoes was the favorite Clarks. I wear almost every Clarks to that school, Polyvel, Elstitch, and also Bally, right? And I personally did not enjoy it because what the guys them used to do, as soon as them see we're expensive school shoes, is like them gather and talk about it, and every one of them just come and step up on it. Can you believe that Dervan?
Well, nothing surprises us these days.
Dervan, I'm talking about 1984 when I graduated from school. So wearing expensive school shoes was like an embarrassment to us.
I don't know about that. It was very simple for me. My mother would always buy a strong pair of black shoes, leather shoes for school, specific for school. She never ever looked in any other direction. She just bought a pair of black leather shoes. That's it.
But Van, I must tell you that no, most parents is still going to Vandel or Van Spanish Town Road to buy shoes.
Vandel is still around?
No, it is renamed as Van Leer. It is out towards Portia Sims Square side. After you pass the community of Painland, you can get the best belt, leather belt, and the best school shoes there.
He's talking about Tanner's.
Tanner's, their brand is Van Leer, VANLEER.
Mm-hmm.
Their brand is Van Leer.
Yes.
Dervan, do you believe that Jamaican is the most ungrateful people on earth?
No, I could never make a statement like that. I have no way of demonstrating that.
Yes, Dervan, Jamaican is one of the most ungrateful set of people.
One moment, please. One moment.
Contractors, developers, and small builders. Contact Coast to Coast Group of Companies for high-quality concrete products. The time by Coast to Coast Group of Companies is
3:02 on Power 106.
Your favorite nighttime talk show, Dear Pastor, is now at a new time, 9 to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday. Join Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas as he answers your questions and entertains conversations on a range of issues. Spice up your evening with Dear Pastor here on Power 106 FM, Monday to Thursday from 9 to 11 p.m. It's nighttime talk radio at its best at an earlier time. That's Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas, now at a new time, 9 to 11 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter for all.
Thanks for holding. Please continue. Hello. Are you there?
Yes, Dervan, yes. You're hearing me?
Yes, go ahead, please.
All right, Dervan, the reason why I said that we Jamaican is one of the most ungrateful set of people. Dervan, how are you coping with the climate from June to now on?
I'm coping.
Okay, yeah, coping.
Yeah, I mean
but for some,
it's sun, which we're accustomed to. It's blazingly hot, yes. There are ways to cool down and to keep cool, and the weather systems will come and go, and there will be changes from time to time. We just have to be prepared and be aware of what's happening so that we can protect ourselves.
and Dervan, here comes the rain again. And Dervan, would you believe that Jamaican are cursing the rain now? Many Jamaican are cursing the rain now.
Yeah, well, that's if that's what they choose to do as opposed to give thanks, so be it.
Dervan, you know that in countries like Canada and country like the UK, the rain is not a deterrent for people to go out and work and play.
You're perfectly correct. I was at a certain location in New York and it was raining like crazy, raining for a while. And ultimately, the decision was made to get on with the program. And that's exactly what happened.
Yes, Dervan, but we in Jamaica here what we use the rain for. Firstly, I must curse the farmers. Dervan, you know that the farmers, and I'm speaking about the people that plant food in St. Elizabeth and um, St. Andrew and other part of the country. Them use time like rainy time to raise the prices of food.
Really?
Yes, Dervan, because they are going to find the most excuse that the crop them wash out and.
No, it's not always an excuse. It's not always an excuse. They will tell you and they can show you the evidence if you follow the news and news reports from time to time when there's heavy rain and the crops seriously damaged or otherwise just washed away. Yes, go ahead.
But the government is going to jump in and help. The farmer are going to call upon the government for help, and the government is going to step in and mitigate.
Well, it's
Dervan.
Yes.
Dervan, would you believe that people like me and you, who is not farmer, we are not going to benefit, because when the government going to help, the people them now gonna drop the prices of the food. Dervan, I can bet you by next month going into Christmas, you're going to hear that lettuce a bunch of lettuce is for 1,200, a pound of tomatoes for 800, a pound of yam is for 600, a pound of pumpkin. But Dervan, the government should bargain for the citizen. If I am the government,
explain, give us some more on that. How's the government supposed to respond?
The government is not just to help farmer alone. The government is to make citizen, both the farmer and the person who is going to the market is is pleased.
Yeah, but this is remember that we operate in a free market, you know. It's a free market system.
Yes, Dervan, but the government must always remember that it is not one-sided, and the Minister of Agriculture should not play politics and just help farmers for vote.
Who is playing politics? Who is playing politics?
The government.
How?
Whosoever is the minister.
Come, let's reason now, man. Let's reason. Who? Who is playing politics?
Look, Dervan. The ruling government now, who is headed by Fly Green. Fly Green is going to step in and help the farmer to rebound, and then on the other hand, person like me and you is going to the market, and the high price is going to hit us same way.
So what is fundamentally wrong with the farmers being assisted in times of drought and times of flood rains, etc.?
Dervan, the government and the Minister of Agriculture must always remind the farmer that, look here, when I step in and help you, you cannot raise the food items. You cannot do it.
We remember we no longer have a price commission, you know. There maybe was a time in Jamaica when there was a price commission in setting prices or policing prices. It's a free market now.
I feel that the government should set up back a system when I was a boy that the farmer can bring the food to a place that is named the AMC, which a outlet used to be in almost every community, where the farmer them sell the AMC the food, and then the AMC sell back the citizen at a reasonable price. What about that, Dervan?
The AMC seem to have done more storage than anything else.
What is the meaning of storage?
Store produce.
Yes, Dervan. But I remember when I was a boy, my parents used to go to the ANC in Greenwich Town, and they would go there. They would not buy like green banana by dozen. They would buy by pound, and then buy them yam and them plantain and pumpkin, and them get it at a reasonable price, and then the people who are selling at Coronation Market have to stay in line.
Stay in line for what? To do what?
I mean, I stay in line with price. Price, the Van. We are talking about price.
And what's the point on price?
Price, Dervan. People cannot afford the right food now, Dervan.
So what do you think should be done, since people can't afford the what you call the right food now? What?
The right food is food like banana, yam, and plantain, and sweet potato, and so the rice and the flour is bang belly food, too much starch and carbohydrates.
What's the solution?
The government, Dervan should bargain for the citizen when they are helping the farmers. You can't have the government help farmers, and then farmer is not making sure that when the vendor them come, them tell the vendor them say look here, we are selling you the food at a reasonable price. So when the people them come at the market to buy it, don't sell them at no big expensive price.
Not sure that's going to happen. One moment, please.
Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:15. J&M Logistics and Marine Services, a custom broking freight forwarding company, local agents for Transcon USA and Freight Plus Worldwide Canada. They offer customs clearance for returning residents, students, clearance on shipment for individuals, businesses, and companies, vehicle sourcing and dealership service, transportation and haulage and export services, with custom consulting extended to all sectors. Call 876-937-7928 or 876-677-4049.
We are back. Tune in to Power 106 for Season 3 of Gen Z. Whether you need a dose of humor, advice, or inspiration, we have you covered. You'll get to hear from our amazing guests, join in on the chats, and learn with us along the way. That's Season 3 of Gen Z.
In the stars, you have
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story. Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Taking your calls on 876-922-4112-5, 876-922-4112-5. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, but you can call us on WhatsApp as well. That number is 876-365-3346, 876-365-3346. Let's see, where do we start? Let's go to this message that says, "Good day, Greg Fergus, first ever Black person to be elected Speaker of the House of Commons in Canada. He has Caribbean ancestry. Grandfather was from Montserrat." Thank you very much. We did get that information, but you've given us a little more details. Thank you very much for the message, and we wish Greg Fergus all the best as the first ever Black person to be elected Speaker of the House of Commons in Canada. And let's see who else is messaging us. Hold on, let's see. Oh, the caller is still on the line. Just a moment. Hello? Yes, sorry, go ahead.
Yes, Dervan.
Hold on. Let's see if we can get the volume back up. Something is out of place. Just a moment. Are you still there? Hello? Oh, it's very low. I wonder if it's a case of having two calls on the line. Not sure.
All
But
right, we'll take the next call then. The next call.
yeah, just a moment. I just want to be sure. Yeah, well, uh, mm, volume is low. Let me try this. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, that's much better. All right, let's see if we can get ready to wrap soon because
All right,
yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
all right, yes, I'm still on the topic of ungrateful. Have we ever tried yet to ask any manufacturers to to produce any apparel from our athlete like Usain Bolt and Asafa Powell and Veronica Campbell and the list goes on.
Yes,
And then
Bob Marley's daughter, Sidella, I think it's Sidella. She started a line. She manufactured a line of sportswear. I'm not remembering if it was the Olympics or the World Championships. One of those.
okay, but we are not seeing it plentiful. We should be on the campaign trail showing off shoes, say yes, we're ready to take the campaign trail, and me Usain Bolt shoes, instead of saying I am ready to take on the campaign now with my Clarks.
Yeah, Puma
That,
yeah, Puma has that contract, but also the Bob Marley estate. They manufacture shoes as well. They're in the shoe business as well.
Dervan, I'm not talking about shoe business.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about our politician bragging and boasting that when you see me put on me Usain Bolt sneakers, we're ready for the campaign trail. What about a soundbite like that, Dervan?
Well, it's a choice that was made to get people's attention and get people interested and excited about elections coming up.
To Mark Golden and his team now. Mark Golden, I'm asking you please, when you're ready to hit the campaign trail, I'm asking you please ask your team to dress in Jamaican apparel. Like a Usain Bolt sneakers or a Safa Powell or and the ladies must have on like a Shellian sneakers and
yeah, we actually dealt with that a long time ago on this program. I remember saying on this program that it shouldn't be that we are promoting another brand and associating it with Jamaica, but that we should put forward our own brands. We did deal with that some time ago, some years. When was it 2016 or 2020? I don't remember.
Dervan, I cried last night on the news when I see the Prime Minister go at the school where the sixth farmer knock out the little third farm student and his fellow classmate have to lift him up and carry him to the doctor's office. I cry when the Prime Minister go at the school and giving the guys them present. The Prime Minister should go at that school and instead take at least half an hour to speak to those children about being their brothers' keepers instead of just going and presenting this laptop and so when I tell you
So what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? No, but what is wrong with that? What is wrong with making? No, what is wrong with making a presentation to a group of students on the basis of work that they have done or service that they have carried out?
Dervan, we cannot use moments when our children is being molested or when our children has been hurt to show them. Remember, I know the van. Me and you don't know if this sick farmer was wearing a clocks.
Come on, let's
was wearing a clocks.
With no, there's a video that has been circulating, apparently showing that the person was not wearing Clarks.
Well, if the person is not wearing a Clarks, the person must be.
And why should we even be promoting that brand of footwear? They don't need us to promote it. Why do we keep putting it out there? By the way, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that.
When Jamaica is producing the fastest people on the face of the planet, when Jamaica is producing the best musicians on earth, why are we promoting foreigners?
Well, they could ask the same too. Why are they promoting foreigners when they allow Jamaican entertainers and other artists and creative members of the creative community coming into their country and making lots of money?
Dervan, I'm not going to stay 3 minutes longer, but I'm going to tell you something. 4 years ago, some guy in the community of Tel Aviv, that community now.
Did you mean to say Tel Aviv? Because you said Tel Aviv. Yes. Did you mean Tel Aviv?
Yes.
Okay.
Tel Aviv, downtown, spoilers, and Tel Aviv. That is the stories coming out about the genocide and the dark side. That war going on downtown in West Central Kingston. I know that these gentlemen were making shoes that look exactly like the brand Clarks.
I know that. I've seen them.
And Dervan, instead, our government, and I'm not going to pick on no JNP or PMP, our government send the police them down there to mash it up.
Well, I don't know about mashing it up, but it's a breach. They were in breach. Remember when people registered, anything, whatever the mind creates is called intellectual property. Intellectual property requires, right. So if you know that, what's the big deal?
But Dervan, if you produce a shoe and it's shaped like a boat, right? It's shaped like a boat. And
it doesn't matter the shape. Once it breaches the intellectual property rights of a competing brand, it's going to be dealt with as it has been.
Dervan, just listen to me. If I make a shirt and I put you of the original patent for it, we're going to use the right word, patent, right? And your pocket is on the list. Your pocket is on the list.
All right, look, we have to go. We have to go. We have a scheduled. Is it? Hold on. No, we have to go. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the call. Take care.
No less than the trees and the stars. You have clearing personal non-commercial shipments at the port. Avoid the wait. Request a contactless clearance through your agent today. It's more efficient. It's secure. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is 3:30.
Poor roads a major concern? What about those drains that are in need of repair or cleaning? Who's responsible for repairing my road and when will it be done? Join us this
Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. We did disclose earlier on that we had a scheduled interview at 3:30. Other matters behind the scenes got in the way of that, and so we are starting that session late. Apologies to Mr. Apologies to Mr. Crosburn, David Crosburn. Apologies. We're going to pause right here so that we can take our regular This is Jamaica feature. Sorry about that. We did remember and had it right on our list for 3:30. Remember, we took that break earlier on for the 3:30 because the 3:30 period, because we had an interview scheduled. But a couple of matters overtook that, and we tried to get some additional information with respect to a story that came to our attention, and we wanted to check that out to see if we needed to go live with that as a breaking story. But we're still trying to verify. In the meantime, let's get straight to it and welcome the president of This is Jamaica, Adriana Clark. Thank you so much for your patience and understanding. How are you?
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. I'm doing very well. How are you today?
I am fine, thanks. Thank you so much for joining us here on the This is Jamaica segment of both sides of the story on Power 106 FM. And a good time for us to get a bit of an update on how things are going. We know this is a very busy organization in terms of the work that you do, and would love to get a bit of an update on how things are going and if there are particular priorities right now and plans, especially in relation to the This is Jamaica Poetry Scholarship Competition. But the best person to tell us all about it in terms of a general update is Adriana Clark. Thank you so much once again.
Oh, yes, the pleasure is all mine. And as you said, Mr. Dervan, yes, we have been busy. We've hit the ground running, and we've been running ever since. So it's on Monday, October 2nd, was our final deadline for the video submissions. And we have been so excited. We've had an overwhelming amount of applicants and videos submitted this year. And we are just so excited for the amount of participation that we're seeing. We've put together all the videos that we've received. And as of tomorrow, we will start posting each one of the videos that we received. And this I like to call is our countdown until the finals, which will be hosted on Sunday, October 29th. So the next step now in the scholarship is that we get to see the work that all of the children have put in. We get to see their renditions come to life as they bring the poem This is Jamaica to life. So I've actually got a chance to view, I didn't watch them all as yet, but I've got a chance to view a few snippets of some of the videos. I've been so impressed by the children, by the students in Jamaica. We've gotten so many different versions, different ideas. We even received a young lady saying This is Jamaica instead of just reciting it as a poem. She turned it into a song. So these are kind of submissions that we've been seeing. So I think everyone's going to be in for a treat as we reveal and unveil all of these videos.
Are
so
you?
As I said,
Sorry, go ahead. I was going to ask. Are you aware of the genders in terms of this support? I would imagine mostly females.
Yes, it is mostly females, but we do have, from what I've seen, we do have about, I believe almost three, I'm not sure, about 3 to 4 male applicants.
Okay.
And concerning the ages, we've had a great range of ages. Our youngest, I believe, is 9 years old, and our eldest being 17. So we've got a great range of ages. We've got a little bit diversity when it comes to the gender, and especially, they're coming from all different schools around the country, and it's interesting to see the different depictions that they use for the poem based on where they're situated. So it's been a great turnout. I have to say, Mr. Malcolm, it's been a nice mix up.
Yes. And the overall, in terms of the general registrations coming in, are those numbers growing?
Well, unfortunately, it can't grow anymore.
Oh yes, because the deadline went. Yes.
Yes, but since the last time that we did have an initial deadline, since that deadline when we decided to extend it 2 more weeks, we did receive a significant amount of more videos. So I do believe that us extending the deadline in this year was very helpful to give the students just a little bit more time to get their videos in, and I'm glad the team decided to do that so we could make sure that we got as many applicants as possible. And the great thing, Mr. Malcolm, is I want to commend our team, our board of directors, and our team because we've since this has been going on, we have been coming up with so many ideas and so many different things that we can do throughout the year and things that we could implement in next year's scholarship to make it even better and to grow the participation even more. So I believe that, even this scholarship this year is such a great learning tool for all of us to make it even better each and every year and figure out ways to get the students more involved and figure out different things of how when they become their ambassadors, what that really means, what that entails, and the opportunities that will open because they've participated with Business Jamaica. So I look forward to see how it's going to come out this year and also to see what's going to happen next year as well.
Yes. And what can you tell us with respect to support? Is it the same sponsors who are on board?
Yes. Well, our title sponsor this year is the Jamaican American Association of Central Florida. So we do have them there, but I'm glad you did bring up sponsors. We do want to, I would love to let the listeners know if anyone out there wants to support This is Jamaica in any way, if you love what you hear every week when we come on, you love what the organization is doing, I do want to encourage everyone to support. You can go to thisisjamaica.org and there is a donate button. So if there's anyone out there, you don't have to be an organization or you don't have to be a big company. If you just want to throw a seed into this, what I like to call a ministry, if you want to throw a seed into this ministry, please visit thisisjamaica.org. And, everything goes towards the children. So as you give, This is Jamaica, it's going right back into the children. So I do encourage that. And I do want to also, sorry, go ahead, Jerry.
I was going to ask about the timeline. What's that looking like in terms of the schedule of the process of this poetry scholarship competition?
So as of tomorrow, we will be, like I call it, the leading up to the final. So the final show will be October 29th, and I want to let the listeners know it's going to be hosted by yours truly, our beloved Mr. Dervan Malcolm. So we're once again so excited to have you on board, Mr. Malcolm, and want to thank you from the organization for being a part of the finals. So we're looking forward to having you on board for October 29th. But starting tomorrow, we're going to unveil all of the videos that we received. So starting tomorrow, each day we can expect to see a video that has been submitted. And then on October 29th, we will have the final showcase, which will feature Mr. Dervan Malcolm. It will feature our two judges, Dr. Andrea Thorpe and Miss Sophia Nicholson. And also, we're hoping to have a very special guest on there as well. Our ambassador, Miss Marianne Morgan, our current ambassador. And then at that show, which will be broadcasted on Facebook and YouTube, we will show the top 10 videos, and then we will unveil the winner. So I want to encourage everyone, if you're wondering, well, where can I watch the finals, or where can I watch the videos that are going to be shown? I want you to go and find us either both on YouTube and Facebook. Our Facebook is our hashtag handle is
Sorry about that. Go ahead, please. You're saying Facebook.
Okay. No problem. You can look us up on Facebook if you type in "This is Jamaica," or if you type in facebook.com/group/This is Jamaica USA. You can also find us on YouTube it's youtube.com/@This is Jamaica. So I encourage you to follow our page, join our Facebook page, follow our YouTube page, and that way you can see each and every entry video that unveils each and every day as we lead into the finals on the 29th. So it's going to be every day will be something exciting. So we want to just invite all of the listeners to be a part of this process and just look at it as a video premiere, a red carpet video premiere every day.
Sounds like fun. Thank you so much, Adriana, for the work that you and the team of This is Jamaica continue to do in service to our young people especially. Thanks a lot, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Malcolm. You have a great day, and God bless you.
Bless you too. Take care. Adriana Clark giving us this week's edition of This is Jamaica. There's more after the break.
Speak your truth quietly and clearly.
At Wellington Dental, they offer cleaning, filling, whitening, and other services for the entire family. The time by Wellington Dental is
4:01 on Power 106.
All you'll ever need to know about agriculture in the 21st century, packed into one program. Farm Talk with Althea McKenzie. Farm Talk, showcasing cutting-edge agricultural products, services, and practices. Farm Talk, keeping focus on issues affecting the farming community. Farm Talk, stimulating discourse to propel agriculture as a national tool for development. Farm Talk with Althea McKenzie, the farmer's best friend.
When I listen to you in the mornings and the way you interview the people so that us as farmers can really understand, you break it down. It's really powerful.
Wake up to Farm Talk, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. on Power 106 FM and the Power 106 FM app.
Que ahora es en español. Son las 4:02 que le retiro français, les 4:02. 现在几点了？4:02 2 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Have you had a checkup lately? If not, now is a good time. Let's not wait till we get sick to get a checkup. How about that? Checking in with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And we're shifting our focus now to the Live to Lead Leadership Conference scheduled for this Friday, the 6th of October. And to tell us all about it, we have Executive Director Maxwell Leadership and CEO of Creative Brands, Erica McKenzie. Good afternoon. Good to talk with you again. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Dervan. Back with your word. How are you?
I am fine, thanks. And I don't have to ask how you're doing. We can hear it in your voice.
Absolutely. I am doing wonderful, and I can't begin to tell you how excited I am about this coming Friday. And all I ask is just more strength and health so we get to the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it.
Amen. Let's keep it going. So this is Live to Lead Leadership Conference. My
Yes.
goodness, time flies. It's now in its 10th year, 10th staging.
10th staging, and of course, the first time in Jamaica. So, of course, you know, in the middle of the pandemic, you and I were talking, and John sent me to Jamaica and said, "Hey, I need to take on this ginormous assignment, which is to bring leadership, literally leadership conference to my country, Jamaica."
So
Of
it's
course, I was a nervous wreck because I mean,
yes.
it was in the middle of the pandemic, and then here we are 4 years later in Jamaica, but 10 years impacting leaders globally.
Remarkable. And can you say how this event, Live to Lead Leadership Conference, been helping, or the nature and extent of the impact that the Live to Lead Leadership Conference has been having, both locally and internationally?
Absolutely, Dervan. I'm glad you asked that because you know we are people of value, value people here at Maxwell Leadership Team, and of course, here in Jamaica and across the world, that's all we've been doing for the last 10 years with Live to Lead. And so with Live to Lead, we help leaders really get practical insights that they can use to learn to grow their leadership and really improve their business. And I can tell you, we've had some of the most powerful leaders who are extremely successful in their business over the last 10 years, talking about Tyler Perry, we're talking about Steve Harvey, talking about, there's so many, Cat Cole. These are leaders, business leaders who have been really being, trailblazers in business and leading successful teams. And so you get proximity with these people when you come to Live to Lead. Proximity is power. And so we want to make sure that every time you come to a Live to Lead event, you get to experience leadership at the next level. I was reading my devotional this morning, Dervan, and one of the things that came out of my devotional today was the fact that we all have blind spots, and I know that we all know this, but it's good when we can, just go back and reflect. We have blind spots, and so when you come to a conference like this, it's not just coming to a conference. You get to tap in to things that you can learn from other people because you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. So when you get to see some of the things that you probably know, but you're still doing it anyway. And you don't understand why. So when you get proximity with these people who are doing mega things, you get new ideas, you get inspired, and you now leave with the tools that they will give you at the event so that you can now move yourself and your business to the next level. That's what we want to do. That's what we've been doing. Not want to do, we've been doing for the last 10 years. And I can't wait to get together with some of the most powerful leaders in Jamaica and across the world for Live to Lead. It's going to be at Terra Nova Hotel.
Who is invited?
Yes, I'm calling for my CEOs. Please, we are making the leadership. Okay, so I'm calling my CEOs. I'm calling my middle managers. I'm calling my entrepreneurs. I'm calling my realtors. I'm calling every single person who owns a business, or I'm calling anybody who wants to take their personal growth in their own hands and move to the next level. I'm calling on you because this is a time when leadership matters most. Your leadership. And believe me, I can tell you as I stand here, I didn't just arrive at Forbes magazine just like that. I didn't just start become one of Forbes top experts just like that. I had to grow into that role. Okay? You don't go up to the top. You grow up to the top. And I can tell you, it started with me taking the responsibility for my growth, going to conferences like these, and now I get to impact the world doing the very same thing that I started. Then when I share a story with you, I remember when I was working in my corporate job, there are times when I maybe want to go to a conference and my boss would say, "Hey, I ain't got the money, we ain't got the budget." But I said, "Hey, this is me. I'm going to go into my purse and I'm going to invest in me." So if you're hearing my voice right now and you're in a company and you may say, "Hey, this sounds good," don't let it only sound good. Go into your purse and invest in yourself. You can get online tickets for as little as $79. It's LIVE, the number 2, LEAD, Jamaica.com. You can register from your bedside, wherever you are right now. Just pull out your card, and you can go online and get your online ticket. Or if you want to come to the in-person session at Terra Nova on Friday, October 6th, give us a call, 876-438-1135, 876-550-1488, and let's hook you up and try to get you in the room. But I promise you, this is going to be the best investment you ever make in your entire life. And I guarantee it, I stand behind it.
And so you've made the call. Now, what can they expect, having put out the call for the entrepreneurs and the business associates, the realtors, just people in general?
Yes. So what can you expect? You can expect to learn some of the key strategies that you need for your business and for yourself right now. And what I know is anybody who comes to these listening sessions, I promise you, they're 100 times more prepared for their 2024 season. Because it's a time, we don't wait until December before we start to look and start to plan our year ahead. It starts at Live to Lead. And I promise you, you're going to walk away with some strategies that you are going to need for yourself and for your business. Okay? It's going to take you to the next level. So we're talking about things like AI and productivity in organizations. We're talking about how we can move you from where you are to get to the next level to make that leadership. And one of the beauty with attending the in-person conference, Dervan, is the fact that you also get a 5-week leadership course after the event. So, it's not just an event and then it ends.
It's an experience.
There's continuity, absolutely. It's an experience, plus there is continuity, okay? There is continuity. So after the event, you get to go into a deep dive certified master leadership course, and that will now help to elevate you. So it goes from beyond the conference to now you really deep diving to carry on and continue the growth journey with us.
And you seem to have some heavyweights in the mix as well, in a manner of speaking.
Absolutely. We're talking about Kendra Scott. She started her business from $500. Now she's a multi-billionaire. I want to learn from her. You want to learn from her because, success leaves clues. And so you want to learn from these people. We're talking about Audrey Inskrill. She is a businesswoman that's been really doing some great things in Jamaica. Leslie Fook. He is from Trinidad. He flew in today, by the way, to come to us here in Jamaica. And of course, he's going to be looking at AI for executives. AI is a big topic. And so we want to say, okay, leaders, let's start to look at the new shift as it relates to, technology and how does that impact us as leaders. So you could see the tie-in. We're talking about Ryan Leake, Marcus Buckingham. He's so hilarious. But at the same time, so impactful. And I can't wait to hear from him and the other fantastic leaders. And of course, John, he's the star of the show.
Yeah.
But my friend is coming in from Forbes magazine. And of course, she will be coming in starting tomorrow to join us here in Jamaica as well. I promise you, it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait to see my amazing leaders in Jamaica in that room for sure.
Yeah. And I can imagine.
And you too, Dervan.
Yes.
You too. For sure.
Yes. I can imagine the buzz in the room, so to speak, and the excitement and all the other niceties. What can we expect once we enter this space for the Live to Lead Leadership Conference?
Let me give you a taste. So of course, we're going to kick off with our red carpet soiree, and that starts at 7:30 a.m. That's registration and the red carpet soiree. You get to walk the red carpet and take your photo ops. Then after we move into our VIP breakfast at Terra Nova. And then, of course, we go into a networking session. And then we're starting promptly at 8. And, of course, we move into the program to the afternoon where we have our VIP lunch, 3-course meal, of course. And then after that, we move into our other speakers and or Live to Lead Leadership Awards ceremony. And, of course, I want to announce now, Diane Edwards, who's at the Mona School of Business, who's made an amazing impact in Jamaica and across the world. And so she will be our Live to Lead awardee for 2023. I'm so excited about that. And, of course, we close that out with, our live entertainment. And, hey, guess what? IQ Optical is doing a ice cleaning and a fashion show. and IQ up to fashion social. We get, if you wanted to get your glasses going on, I tell you, we got everything in there for you. We're also giving away a trip to Orlando for somebody to come with me to Orlando to meet Mr. John Maxwell himself in March
Whoa.
2024.
Whoa.
Yes, we have
It doesn't get bigger than that.
It doesn't get any bigger than that. How could I not say that? So I'm super excited about it, and I promise you it's going to be amazing.
And who are the main partners for this event, this Live to Lead Jamaica, which takes place on Friday? Mm-hmm.
Yes, I want to say thank you to our Green Group. They've been our partners from day one, and not just for this event, but everything that we do. You will find our partner, our Green Group, with us. We want to say thank you to the Creative Grants and Concepts team working behind the scenes to get it done. Intentional Growth LLC. Thank you so much. IQ Up to Go. Thank you so much, Macnell Collection. Thank you so much, for our other media partners who said yes to us. And so I want to say thank you so much. But we're doing it. We're doing it afraid, but we're doing it anyway.
And for those who are whose minds have been stimulated and they want to be a part of the experience, give us those contact details again right after this break. After the break, sure.
And listen to others.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:15.
Join Dr. Herbert.
Yes.
May become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it's clear to you, no doubt universe is unfolding as it should.
Okay.
Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans.
Que ahora es en español, son las 4:17. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 4:17. 现在几点了？4点17分. 17 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Have you done your homework yet? If not, now is a good time. Good afternoon to all the schoolers listening to us, all the students from the early childhood level to the secondary level. Trust you had a productive day of learning today. Hope you also managed to get in some physical activity, just as important as mental activity. As we always say, young people, socialization makes you educable. Education makes you trainable. Training makes you employable. And the right attitude makes you successful. Homework time, young people. As we continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, we're going to take you back to, well, let's just get some information here from Erica McKenzie, Executive Director, Maxwell Leadership and CEO, Creative Brands, to remind us of how we can be a part of Live to Lead Jamaica, which happens on Friday, the 6th of October at the Terra Nova Hotel. Both both virtual and face-to-face, as I understand it. Right, Erica McKenzie?
Absolutely, Dervan, you got it right. You got it right. And one more thing, hey,
Sure.
Dervan, don't you feel stressed sometimes where you probably could use a massage because the gifts just keep on coming? Because I know that we're going to be giving away some goodies courtesy of some massage and some body spa courtesy of Adam and Eve, who have come on board to help us to get some packages there for our leaders. So listen, there's so much. I don't even know how to tell you. It's a truck full of goodies and goodness. Believe me, it's an experience that you don't want to miss. Again, to register, give us a call at 876-550-1488 or 876-438-1135. Okay? And again, you can also go online and register at live, L-I-V-E, the number 2, L-E-A-D, Jamaica.com. Live2lead Jamaica.com. Live, the number 2, lead Jamaica.com.
Well, we are wishing you and the team all the success for this Live to Lead Jamaica conference, the #1 leadership conference.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dervan. And as usual, I look forward to seeing you absolutely at the event as well on Friday.
All right.
All right. Take care and thank you so much for having us.
It's been a pleasure. Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye. That was Erica McKenzie, Executive Director, Maxwell Leadership, and CEO, Creative Brands, giving us a preview of Friday's Live to Lead Jamaica, the #1 leadership conference, Friday the 6th of October at the Terra Nova Hotel. Let's continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Cleaners website, go-jamaica.com. David Crossburn, as usual, as patient as Job. He's been holding for 40 minutes and 14 seconds. Now 40 minutes and 18 seconds. Let's go straight back to David Crossburn. Thank you very much. Thank you, David Crossburn, for holding. Go ahead, please. But you have to turn off that device that is broadcasting the program. I can't tell you to turn off the children. I mean, they're having fun. But you might want to turn off the radio in the background, please. Mr. Crossburn, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Right. If you could just pick up from the point you left off. You were making reference to colonial property. Was that it?
Yeah, just before I get onto that, just to congratulate you on the insert of energy there, both with the poetry and the leadership. We certainly, as a country, will benefit from those sort of energies, and as we all strive to work towards a better country and to ensure that no one is left behind.
That's right.
I can attest to the benefits of those. My youngest daughter went on a leadership. I made great sacrifice to send her on a leadership training. It was in the university nearby Washington. And to this day, she's still benefiting from it, And it has propelled her along so much by just attending that leadership conference. At the time when she got the opportunity to go, we couldn't afford it. But we recognize that it can be energy for her, and we made the sacrifice. And to this day, I'm happy for here she is now. She had an institution, basically coming from all those contacts.
Mm-hmm.
children institution in Ghana. When she graduated from University of Western Kentucky, she called someone she met at a conference just to let them know that I will be asking you for a recommendation. Or she will put in her name as a reference. He said, no, put in my name as a reference. Come, I have a job for you. Straight by interplaying and intervening at conferences, she was able to offer her a job because in a leadership role because of her interaction at the conference.
Very good.
Yeah. You're coming in very low. I don't know how well they are hearing me. But
You're as loud as ever.
Okay, yes. Yeah, I was saying now, let's go back and close up what I was saying. It is not for us to say that we won't see redress in our lifetime. No, because as I'm pointed out, it's something that has been worked at in the 1940s. Plus, I personally gave a crossword thing that we are not to allow England and the co-operative countries that we are to get the regions from to tell us that, to frown on us and to think that we are presenting them a list of needs. It is not that. We earn something that we have earned, and we are to be redressed. I won't go to earnings, but
Yes.
I'm saying.
It sounds like your daughter or granddaughter has taken over the program now, though. I'm only hearing her.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I was saying we have to be timid and say that we will not be compensated. It's something that we are United Nations have agreed to, but we have to ensure. Plus, finally, to this day, England has been getting perpetual benefits from England benefit and England advantage and Jamaica disadvantage. For example, the British Stock Exchange, the citizens of Suttons in Florida can attest to the fact that Suttons, who is in turn at the Chapelton Anglican Church, is one of the four founding fathers of the British Stock Exchange, and most of the wealth that started the British Stock Exchange came from Suttons in Florida. The British Museum, to this day, they're still getting perpetual benefits from the British Museum. Most of the artifacts to start the British Museum came from us right down in Florida, Alzheimer's, Florida. Similarly, the British Trafalgar Square in England, we donated Trafalgar Square. We sold the property here in Jamaica and presented Lord Nelson the gift. And to this day, they are benefiting from Trafalgar Square. And I could go on towards the perpetual benefit and earnings that they are to this day getting. So when the United Nations ruled that we are to get 9 trillion, that's a drop in the bucket, because from early as even before they started in 1660, the Spanish Jesuit priests in England, in the United States, stated that the lowest in none of the world's treasures can be for liberty. So it's something earned. And thank you for the opportunity and continue to wish your program all the very best success.
Thank you very much, and all the best to your children. Take care. Bye-bye. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, taking your calls on 876-922-4112-5. Pearl Brown, Miss Pearl, says, Sir Dervan, long time, how are you? Could not get my radio to 106. Oh no, God bless you. Speak soon. All right. Thank you very much for your message, Miss Pearl. Thank you. And let's clear some of the other messages online. Natalie Winter says, good afternoon, all from wet weather Washington Gardens. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:30.
Rise and shine. Rise and shine. Oh.
Get ready for stories to motivate and inspire. Come Sunday, October 8th at 4 p.m. Power 106 FM is delighted to bring you the program Rise and Shine with Phyllis, to be hosted by author and ordained minister of New Thought Christianity, Reverend Dr. Phyllis Green. Hear the tales of powerful Jamaicans at home and abroad from all walks of life who've risen above the odds to achieve great feats and to shine their light for the world to see. Get ready to be stimulated by inspiring conversations, meditations, and music. Get ready to rise and shine with Phyllis with Reverend Dr. Phyllis Green. Sundays from 4 to 5 p.m. starting Sunday, October 8th, live on Power 106 FM and the Power 106 FM app.
Clear your mind, oh. Rise and shine.
They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child of the universe. Don't let the trees and stars. You have a right to be here and weather my heart.
¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 5:28. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5:28.现在 TDN 了5点加20分. 28 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Do you know where your children are? Are they where they're supposed to be? Doing what they're supposed to be doing? It's a good time to check up on the children. A good time for us to continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Natalie Winter says, good afternoon, all from wet weather Washington Gardens, sending love and respect. Take care of yourself. Big up Power 106 family members and friends. Thank you very much, Natalie, from Washington Gardens in the corporate area. Let's see who else is messaging us. What? 14 voice messages. Need to check those messages as soon as we're able to. This one says, Hola, Dervan, could you get someone from Customs on your program to educate us? To educate us on how duties and such are calculated. How can an item custom duty be doubled or more than the cost and shipping price can? And let's do that again. Ola Dervan, could you get someone from customs on your program to educate us on how duties and such are calculated? How can an item custom duty be doubled or more than the cost and shipping price? Can you tell? What do they do with the items that cannot be collected because of such excessively high custom fees and duties? You're asking pertinent questions. And who are we thinking of now? We're thinking of, what's her name now? At Jamaica Customs, Corporate Communications. We'll tell you who that is in just a moment, but we'll see if we can have a word with her. She is LaDonna Manning. LaDonna Manning. So let's see if we can connect with LaDonna Manning, perhaps not this afternoon, maybe tomorrow afternoon, to see if, or maybe we could, I mean, that could take a whole program, but that would be fine. That's not a problem. So let's see if we can arrange to have LaDonna Manning come on both sides of the story and explain the facts in relation to duties and related matters. So LaDonna Manning, listen out for us. We are going to be calling you at some point before this week is out, assuming LaDonna is available. We'll do our best to have her speak with us. In the meantime, let us continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story. Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. And Gaveth Peterson says, good afternoon, Dervan. To you too, Gaveth Peterson. Good to see you online. Rose Hidalgo says, remember the hot blonde chick who freaked out on an airplane recently? She became viral because of it, but the funny thing is that until today, she hasn't said who she saw, and nobody knows exactly what was it that she saw when she said what she said. And right, all right, not sure where that is going, but thank you very much for the message. That message was from Hidalgo. And Faye Weller says, good afternoon, Mr. Dervan and faithful listeners. I'm here watching and listening to you. We are having lightning and thunder and rain in St. Mary. Well, you just continue to be safe, Faye Weller. Safety first. Another one, Velta Wilson, good afternoon to you. She says, we are also having rain in St. Thomas. Well, may you continue to be safe, dry, and warm. Travis the Gifted Hansen, we haven't heard from him in a long time. He says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dervan and everyone tuning in. Good afternoon. Thank you. And let's go now to Steve McDonald in Toronto, Canada, who is on our text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346. Good afternoon, Steve. Welcome.
Good afternoon to you and your listeners, to the people of South Lamar, Lennox Pickles in Westmoreland, and to my Manning School family. Regarding your caller who wanted to get some more information as to custom duties, sometimes custom duties are calculated in a particular way to keep out certain type of products. And also to protect the local economy. So in some instance, let's say honey, for example, they may charge a high custom duty on honey
because they want the local industry to
thrive.
more.
Yes.
So yes, and then in addition to that, you may have certain items that you may not want to come in. Let's say like in your instance, Dervan, when you imported the Maserati, I mean, it was like 500% duty that they put on that, right? So when you have certain like some clothing items and so forth that they may instead of prohibiting the item from coming in, they charge a very high duty. With regards to where they go, sometimes I gather that items that cannot be paid, they may auction them off. I know customs have auctions from time to time on
motor vehicles, yes.
Yes. So they may do that, and in some instances, some is burned or destroyed in other way.
Yes.
And those are the official way as to how they're disposed. But in addition to that, I just wanted to have a quick word on, if I may,
sure,
on the what's happening within our education. Within the schools and all the recent happenings. By the way, let me also quickly say it was nice to see you in visiting your second home in Toronto. I know you had to run to your third home in New York, but and you didn't have to. You were able to spend a lot of time, but we look forward to you coming back again soon, and you can spend some more time with your family. But I digress. With regards to what's happening in our school, I think we need to do more socializing teach more socializing and in that conflict resolution in our school. I know that the main focus right now from even the infant primary school level is on academics. And when I compare that to in Ontario, where the earlier part is on more socializing more than academics. But I know that we rely on academics as a weeding out system too, as a differentiation system as to or placement system, I'm gonna put it that way, the right terminology. A placement system as to which school you should go. But I think we need to do some refocusing on what's happening because and we continue to see the unsocial or the type of behavior that we're having in our schools, and it's certainly getting worse and worse on a regular basis. So I think like one other thing, a low-hanging fruit in my opinion, have the children go into enroll mandatory scouts and guides, and that will teach them certain behavioral pattern, and also and have that go up from primary school right up to high school, probably to third or fourth form, and as we know that from fourth form they have to focus on the exams. But have that be a significant part, and then also have community service for high school. That right through high school, from a first form level, they have to participate in some form of social service, whether it's going to be in a hospital, whatever it is, but interacting with people. I think they need that type of engagement and retooling, re-education. And, this is not, to be honest, Dervan, this is not going to be a quick fix. I think it's going to take at least 2 generations, so at least 20 years. And when this child whenever it starts, to when they're at age 20, that we will start to see some meaningful change within the society. But it's something that we desperately need to do. And with all of that, to have more, I think instead of focusing so much on being of disciplines, we need more psychologists whether through guidance counselors and also poured in our schools, because we have with the proliferation, with more TV, with more cable channels, more games, more the internet becoming more available. We have our children are being educated in different forms and ways, and certainly our dancehall music really is not helping either. So we have to take a direct effort to change, to re-educate our children.
Yes.
We'd love to hear your views where that is concerned.
Yes, that is a monumental task that we're looking to take on. And therefore, it is going to take time and effort and energy.
Most definitely.
And it will require a high level of commitment and stick to itiveness. No doubt about it.
It will.
But we shouldn't be
It took us.
yeah, we shouldn't be daunted as long as we have life and energy. Let's do it. Let's do what needs to be done. The future generations will call us, as Ronnie Thwaites used to say, would call us blessed.
Yeah,
All right,
it took us 40 years to
hold,
get
hold,
here.
hold,
So
hold a
it's
moment.
gonna take
Hold,
us.
hold a moment, please.
They are vexations to the spirit. You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:45. We are back. Tune in to Power 106 for Season 3 of Gen Z. Whether you need a dose of humor, advice, or inspiration, we have you covered. You'll get to hear from our amazing guests, join in on the chats, and learn with us along the way. That's Season 3 of Gen Z.
go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it's true.
Que ahora es en espagnol, son las 5 menos 13. Quelle heure est-il en français? Il est 5 heures moins 13. 现在几点了？5点加14分。I beg your pardon, 13分. 13 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Good afternoon to all working Jamaicans tuned into both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. It's a good time for us to ask ourselves, how productive have we been today? How productive have we been today? Let's wrap our conversation with Steve before we take another call. Yes, Steve, thanks for holding.
Yes, I was just going to correct you and shoot champagne, but I see that you got it right, so I won't bother. But Dervan, I was going to say it has to be a deliberate effort in terms of what, I mean, there are other things that we can do in addition, but, you know, we have to make a deliberate effort, just as we do with academics, to re-socialization, if I could call it that, of our children. Thank you very much for taking the time to letting me express my views. All the best. Talk to you soon.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. That's Steve McDonald in Toronto, Canada, and we did catch up with him and his wife when we were in Canada a couple of weeks ago. So let's continue with more now on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Poro 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Here are some messages, and let's see. This person says, it starts up top. Hold on. Hi, Mr. Malcolm. Please tell that caller that the schoolboys visited the PM. I read that already. Yeah. Here's another message. I have not been hearing from my favorite callers. Is it caller or callers? Caller. I have not been hearing from my favorite caller, Ras Lloyd. Mr. Malcolm, has he gone to Africa? I don't know. I am missing him, says this listener. What a thing. I can only imagine his response when he hears that the Empress was missing him. All right, let's see who else is messaging us. And this person says, blessings, Mr. Dervan Malcolm. The message you read out for Spider about his son's car is really touching. Imagine the son has to send his kids back to school and his insurance due same time, and he put the kids first. Then they stole his car. I'm willing to put the first 20,000 to put towards his son's car. You have put it out there, and if there are others so inclined, we'll be happy to share the contact information. But in the meantime, we're terribly sorry to learn of your situation. Gian in Chantemay, Portland says, good afternoon, teacher. I would like to find out from the players in the coffee industry, when are they going to put back the $2,000 that they take off the coffee? That's cause for even greater activism and advocacy in pursuit of justice. And someone is trying to convince us of information with respect to a particular development. We are still not sure, or do we know for sure, that information? We haven't been able to check on this yet, have we? Hold on. So something else other than this? Right. So this has been confirmed? Okay. All right. So let's see what we have here. So there's a press release on an Integrity Commission letterhead. And the headline is Integrity Commission submits investigation report to Parliament for tabling. October 4, 2023. In keeping with its previously made commitment, the Commission wishes to advise that it has today submitted to Parliament a report of investigation for tabling. Hard copies of the referenced investigation report were submitted in separate envelopes under cover of identical letters addressed to the following officials: the Most Honorable Juliet Holness, MP, Speaker of the House of Representatives; Senator the Honorable Tom Tavares Finson, OJ, CD, KC, JP, President of the Senate; Ms. Valerie Curtis, CD, BH, M, JP, Clerk to the Houses of Parliament; The documents were formally received and signed for at the Parliament at 9:35 a.m. A USB flash drive with PDF electronic copies of the documentation submitted was also conveyed. The Integrity Commission anticipates that its investigation report will be tabled in both houses of Parliament as soon as possible. And the contact person with responsibility for sending out this information, Mrs. Gillian Horton, Communications Officer, Communications Department, Integrity Commission. So that is a most recent development, and let us see where it flows from here. And somebody here says, Dervan. Well, first of all, good afternoon, Dervan. Can you say what this is all about, please and thanks? And that's what we read a short while ago. We were trying to verify. And then goes on to say, Dervan, the PM has used the chicken for PR. He's campaigning with the people's predicament just to gain back his diminishing popularity. This government has failed the Jamaican people, and to make things worse, he's our first post-independent PM. If this is what young people have to offer, then I cry for the next generation. God help us. And the person also says, Dervan, the document can be found on Twitter. It was posted by the Integrity Commission. That's what we wanted to confirm earlier on. Thank you very much, listener, for the information, at least the confirmation of the information. Sir Malcolm, I can see Steve is quick on the draw. Sir Fan Fen, LOL. All right. Steve is having a laugh at our expense. Thank you very much, Steve. All the very best. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for today, except to remind ourselves to be safe with the rains we've been having. We're seeing reminders in our archives of similar weather conditions. In 2002, on this day in 2002, the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, saw to the evacuation of persons from several districts in St. Elizabeth, where floodwaters were said to be rising to dangerous levels. Residents in New River, Newmarket, and New Holland communities had been affected. Also, 2004, on this day, Prime Minister P.J. Patterson revealed that preliminary estimates from the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, indicate that the island suffered 22.44 billion Jamaican dollars, or $362 million in damage as a result of the battering received from Hurricane Ivan almost a month earlier. So a couple of useful reminders there. And it's in concert with the weather pattern. So it's not out of the way. So once we have experienced these conditions over time with a level of frequency, then we can also plan as best as we can for these eventualities. For now, though, can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story, for today, Wednesday, the 4th of October, 2023. The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on. Nor all your piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all your tears wash out a word of it. All things being well, both sides of the story returns tomorrow afternoon, 2 to 5. Till then, this is Dervan Malcolm, reminding all of us that every day is an opportunity to do better than yesterday. Take care.
Therefore, be at peace with God. whatever you see them to be. And whatever your labors and aspirations, in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be careful. Strive to be happy.
You are a child of the universe. No less than the trees and stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe. No less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe. No less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe. No less than the trees and the stars.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
5 o'clock.
News, comprehensive, powerful, and credible. Power 106 FM now presents a simulcast of Radio Jamaica's News at 5.
Hi.
Good afternoon, I am Deidre Gordon. Coming up in the news segment of Beyond the Headlines, today Wednesday, October 4, 2023. Opposition PNP